Okay, and we're back. I was actually just looking here at squad points. I have, from importing a character, I actually start out at like level 2 or whatever. Or I get an extra level. I gotta look at this because I'm not really familiar with how the tech armor works. I know it. Shield strength, boost your shields by 25%. 50%. Break that up. This is your Paragon Renegade boost. Power recharged. Okay. I think I'm going to take rank 2 of this. And if I remember correctly, I feel like I need that on my hotbar. It lasts for the whole mission until I turn it off, so I don't need to keep using it. Throw my tech armor again.
Shepard, security mechs are closing in on your position.
Alert.
Taking fire.
Yeah, you can just use the tech armor to get your shields back, which is pretty It'd be helpful.
Nice work, Shepard.
But let me double check the difficulty. Yeah, hardcore. Okay. Because it didn't really seem that hard there, but this is the tutorial mission. I guess I shouldn't be expecting too much challenge yet.
Don't waste time. I can't keep the mechs distracted for long. More reinforcements. Here come the mechs. Use the grenade
Activated.
Take the elevator down 1 floor.
Got me a grenade launcher, which is a heavy weapon.
Hurry! Get to the door! Run!
You can choose between a variety of them as the game goes on.
You're doing great, Shepard. Head to the next room and I'll try to...
The other thing that
Shepard, read me. I'm not closing in on my position.
the other thing that changes now you have ammo loops instead of the infinite ammo where you just had to wait for it to cool down. Which really, I was like I said, when I first played Mass Effect 2, I hadn't played Mass Effect 1, so it didn't hit me the same when they introduced the ammo system in this one. And I know a lot of people who had played Mass Effect 1 were pretty bummed out, at least people I've talked to, and they, with good reason, after going back and playing the Mass Effect 1 weapon system, I think that was a way cooler idea, and it's more science fiction-y, you know, to have that where, you know, there is no ammo in the future. The guns just gotta, you can't use them too much or they overheat, you know. So I really wish they would have kept that after I had gone back and played Mass Effect 1. I was like, man, I really like that system, but what are you gonna do? That's,
Progress is slow, but subject shows signs of recovery. Major organs are again functional, and there are signs of rudimentary neurological activity. In an effort to accelerate the process, we've moved from simple organic reconstruction of the subject to biosynthetic fusion. Initial results show promise.
okay. So they're talking about us, Shepard.
Log update. The cost of this project is astronomical. Over 4 billion credits so far. But nobody seems to care that we've gone over budget. I don't know where the boss gets all his money. Maybe it's better not to know. I just wish he'd kick a little more in my direction once in a while.
Yeah, I bet you do, but 4 billion credits is a lot of money. Alright, this is one of the 2 hacking/bypass mini-games that have changed from the first one. I preferred these ones to the Mass Effect 1 one. the Mass Effect 1 was basically just one same thing over and over again. This at least a bit more variety. It's basically like playing memory match. You hover over a blue orb to see a symbol. Once you've found where two matching ones are, you click on it, and you have, once you click the first one, you have limited time to click the second one before it resets and you gotta click it again, but it's no big deal. If you cross the circuit though, in this tutorial mission, you're allowed to retry them over and over again until you pass. However, in most ones in the future that aren't mission critical, like if it's a door you have to get through, then you can retry it, but if it's just like credits or an upgrade or something like that you get from it and you fail, it locks out permanently and you can't get it. So it's good to be prudent and careful when you're doing those.
Log update. I can't figure Miranda out. As project director, she should be ecstatic at all the progress we've made. But she's still the same old ice queen. Maybe she's worried Shepard might become the new favorite. Or maybe she is just a pure cold-hearted bitch.
Okay, so we're learning a little bit about Miranda there. Bitch.
Get over here. Shepard. Stun him. What are you doing here? I thought you were still a work in progress.
Are you with Miranda?
Yeah, sorry. I forgot this is all new to you right now. I'm Jacob Taylor. I've been stationed here for—
Hostiles detected.
Damn it! Things must be worse than I thought if Miranda's got you running around. I'll fill you in, but we better get you to the shuttle first.
What's with the mechs?
Security. Usually they fight for us. Somebody must have hacked them. That should be impossible, unless you've got access. We've got to get you out of here, Shepard.
Yeah, we'll ask questions after we've dealt with the enemies.
It's your station, Jacob. I'll follow you.
First step, let's finish off these metal bastards. We're low on thermal clips, but I'm a biotic. Just give the order when you want me to hit them with the good stuff.
That, like right there, how I just did a pull. I just
Ready to
used
get the hell
pull with
off the
Jacob,
station?
and then use throw on the same enemy after he's lifted, and it causes a biotic combo.
Before we go anywhere, I need some answers.
Sure. What do you want to know?
Let's ask about him first.
What's your job here?
Depends on who you ask. Technically, I'm Miranda's top lieutenant, but I'm just a soldier. I served 5 years in the Alliance before this. Now I'm in charge of the station's security. Usually a lot more dull than this. Normally I don't fire my gun unless it's target practice.
Alright, so he was in the Alliance, he said, for 5 years.
When I first woke up, someone named Miranda was talking to me over the radio. We lost contact just before I ran into you.
Miranda Lawson is the station's ranking officer. She led the Lazarus team. It was her job to bring you back to life, no matter what. Should have guessed she'd try to save you. She's not about to give up on you now. You said you lost contact. Could you tell what was happening?
Yeah, it didn't sound good.
There was some gunfire and an explosion right before I lost her.
She knows how to take care of herself. But I hope she's okay.
The last thing I remember is the Normandy blowing up. Did anyone else make it?
Just about everybody survived.
Well,
A
that's
few
good.
servicemen from the lower decks didn't get out. Navigator Presley was killed by an explosion. But everyone else, including the non-Alliance crew, the Asari, Liara, and the Quarian, they all made it out alive.
Okay, so Presley died.
Do you know what any of them are doing now?
I don't know, Commander. It's been 2 years. They've moved on. Left the Alliance. Could be anywhere.
They were my team. If they knew I was alive, they'd come back.
Maybe you can track them down after we get off the station. If we get off the station.
You said they spent 2 years rebuilding me? How bad were my injuries?
I'm no doctor, but it was bad. When I first saw you, you were nothing but meat and tubes. Anywhere else, they'd have put you in a coffin. But Project Lazarus was different. Cutting-edge technology.
What do you mean? Cloning? Cybernetics?
I don't know the details. You'd have to ask the scientists. But I'm pretty sure you're not a clone.
Well, that's good.
They wanted to bring you back exactly as you were. You're still you. You just might have a few extra bits and pieces now.
What can you tell me about the project? Were there other test subjects?
Project Lazarus only had one subject. The whole point was to bring you back. Just you. Even that was a challenge. 2 years. All the top scientists. The best technology money could buy.
Do you know anything about this attack? Who's behind it? What they're after?
Damned if I know. I was getting ready for some shut-eye, then bam! Bunch of explosions. Next thing I know, every damn mech in the place starts shooting at us. I'm guessing it had to be an inside job. You'd need top security access to hack all the mechs.
Alright. Let's move.
What's the quickest way to those shuttles?
Depends where the mechs are thickest. It's probably best if
Check. Check. Anyone on this frequency? Anybody still alive out there? Hello?
Wilson, this is Jacob. I'm here with Commander Shepard. Just took out a wave of mechs over in D-Wing.
Shepard's alive? How the hell? Never mind. You need to get him out of there. Get to the service tunnels and head for the network control room.
Roger that, Wilson. Stay on this frequency.
I think I remember a Wilson checking on me one time when I woke up.
That's him. He's the chief medical tech. Answers directly to Miranda. Come on. The service tunnels are this way.
Okay, let's go. My armor keeps getting shut off.
Systems active.
Damn it, Wilson. All with mechs.
The whole station is crawling with mech. I'm doing the best I can.
Come on over! Wilson, find us another route out of here. Preferably one that doesn't lead straight into an enemy squad.
Just keep moving toward the control room. Don't get pinned. Oh, God. They found me. Help!
Where are you?
Server room B! Hurry! They're out of control!
There, Shepard.
Physical reconstruction of subject is complete, but we still need to evaluate all mental and neurological functions. Our orders were clear. Make Commander Shepard who he was before the explosion. The same mind, the same morals, the same personality. If we alter his identity in any way, if he's somehow not the man he used to be, the Lazarus Project will have failed. I refuse to let that happen.
Okay.
Shepard! Down here! Bastards got me in the leg!
We need to get off this station.
I'm not going anywhere till someone fixes my leg.
Should be some Metagel in the first aid station on the wall. Hopefully there's enough to get him up and moving again.
Grab the Metagel from the first aid station on the wall.
So this is kind of the introduction to how you revive downed teammates. Use the Metagel.
Thanks, Shepard. Never thought you'd save my life. Guess that makes us even now. I thought maybe I could shut down the security mechs, but whoever did this fried the whole system. Completely irreversible.
We didn't ask what you were doing. Why do you even have security mech clearance? You were in the bio wing.
Weren't you listening? I came here to try and fix this. Besides, I was shot. How do you explain that?
It really doesn't matter. Let's just go.
I don't care who set up who. Those mechs are shooting at all of us. We'll sort it out later.
We need to find Miranda first. We can't just leave her behind.
Forget about Miranda. She was over in D-Wing. The mechs were all over that sector. There's no way she survived.
A bunch of mechs won't drop Miranda. She's alive.
Then where is she? Why haven't we heard from her? There are only two possible explanations. She's either dead, or she's a traitor.
Well, she did try to help.
Then why did you wake me up and warn me about the attack?
Okay, maybe she's not a traitor. But that doesn't change the facts. We're here, she's not. We need to save ourselves. The shuttle bay is only a few We can overload the canisters to... That's it. Let's get out of here.
Okay, we took him down, but this is getting tense. Shepard, if I tell you who we work for, will you trust me?
This really isn't the time, Jacob.
We won't make it if he's expecting a shot in the back.
If you want to piss off the boss, it's your ass, Jacob.
The Lazarus Project, the program that rebuilt you. It's funded and controlled by Cerberus.
Cerberus. Now, I'm sure Shepard would remember from the first game the crazy scientists, people who were experimenting on all kinds of like husks and if they were doing husks, they had the thorium. They were studying the arachni and all that good stuff.
I think I ran into Cerberus a few times while I was investigating Saren. Some kind of pro-human splinter group, right?
Well, that's what the Alliance wants people to believe. But there's more to it. The Alliance declared you dead. They gave up. Cerberus spent a fortune to bring you back. Look, I'd be suspicious too, but right now we have to work together. I thought you deserved to know what's what. Once we're off the station, I'll take you to the Elusive Man. He'll explain everything. I promise.
The Elusive Man? Is he in charge of all this?
Yeah, that's not his real name, of course. Nobody knows who he really is.
It was a code name the Alliance used for him. Kinda stuck.
Alright, well, whatever. We'll figure that out later. Let's go.
Well, if I won't get any more answers here, let's get moving.
It's not much farther to the shuttle bay.
Alright, this is the other one here, hacking. It's a little different than the other one. You gotta find the code. There's gonna be a whole blocks of code to come up. And you gotta find the one that looks like this without hitting the red X ones. So once you finally hit space, and then this will change to a new target. You gotta do it 3 times. Here's the other one. And wait for that. Right here. Once you get them, you get whatever's inside. Quick save here. Mass Effect 2 does improve the quick save options, or auto save.
Impact event.
They auto save pretty generously, so it's not as bad as the first game where you, if you didn't quick save yourself, you could lose a lot of progress if you died. So that's a pretty good improvement. I did think it's kind of funny that it seems like with the change, the change from grenade weapons to the thermal clips from the first game, it's like it makes me laugh because it's kind of like how the world operates. The thermal thing was a more efficient way to handle it if you think about it. You don't ever have to worry about changing ammo. You don't ever have to worry about carrying the clips around like you do nowadays. So it was perfect, and it was really futuristic. So it made it seem like in the future. But now, like 2 years later, some companies come up with a thermal clip design for weapons, and true to life, somehow they convinced whoever's in charge of manufacturing weapons that they could make more money probably selling these thermal clips to people. Like, hey, this is better than what you had before, remember when you didn't ever have to reload your gun? Well, now you do, and you have to buy our thermal clips to do it. It's just so much reminds me of, what real life is. Some lobbyist for this company got into government and got in their ear and had everything changed so that whoever the gun companies and the clip companies can make more money.
Test subject has been recovered, but the damage is far worse than we initially feared. In addition to the expected burns and internal injuries from the explosion, subject has suffered significant cellular breakdown due to long-term exposure to vacuum and sub-zero temperatures. Despite the extent of the physical trauma, Wilson assures me subject is salvageable. The Lazarus Project will proceed as planned.
Okay, so we were pretty messed up, as you might expect. This, and this. Oh, I hit the wrong one. You do get a couple of chances if you hit the wrong one to... There it is. And save. Some more credits. Let's go, guys. And the other drawback changes they made was that outside of combat in Mass Effect 1, you could sprint for as long as you wanted. In combat, you had a fatigue meter, but here, no matter what, in battle or out of battle, you could only sprint for a certain amount of time.
We're almost at the...
Wait, catch your breath.
Miranda, but you were...
Oh!
Dead.
Shot through the heart.
What the hell are you doing?
My job. Wilson betrayed us all.
Even if you're sure, did he deserve that welcome?
He sabotaged the security systems, killed my staff, and he would have killed us.
You sure about that, Miranda? We've known Wilson for years. What if you're wrong?
I'm never wrong. I thought you'd have learnt that by now, Jacob.
You should have taken him alive. See what he knew.
Too risky. I've put too much time and effort bringing you back to life to let you get killed now.
You really think Wilson's capable of that?
Not anymore.
If you say so. What's our next step?
We get on the shuttle and go. My boss wants to speak to you.
You mean the elusive man? I know you work for Cerberus.
Ah, Jacob. I should have known your conscience would get the better of you.
Lying to the commander isn't the way to get him to join our cause.
Well, since we're getting everything out in the open, is there anything else you want to ask before we go, Commander?
What about the rest of the people on the station?
This is the evac area. If they're not here now, they're not coming.
We can't leave without knowing for sure. We need to go back and look.
Don't you get it? The only one worth saving is you. Everyone else is expendable.
She's right. We all knew the risks when we signed up. Without you, there's no point to any of this.
Alright, fair enough. I don't really need to know where she was during the attack. I'm pretty sure she's not lying about Wilson. He seems suspicious anyway, so where are we going?
Where are we going?
Another Cerberus facility. The elusive man is waiting for you there.
I'm not sure I trust you.
This is the only shuttle off the station. You want to stay and rot with the mechs? Be my guest.
Alright,
I've had enough of this station to last a lifetime.
Or two, in your case. Come on. Before you meet with the elusive man, we need to ask a few questions to evaluate your condition.
Come on, Miranda, more tests? Shepard took down those mechs without any trouble. That has to be good enough.
It's been 2 years since the attack. The elusive man needs to know that Shepard's personality and memories are intact. Ask the questions.
This is a waste of time. I feel as good as ever.
The sooner we start, the sooner we can be done. Start with personal history.
Okay. Records show you were a spacer kid. Raised mostly on one ship or another. You enlisted and won a medal fighting Batarians during the Skillian Blitz. Do you remember that?
A lot of lives depended on me holding that position. I did what I had to.
However you want to put it, it was damn impressive. I had friends who were there. Satisfied, Miranda?
Almost. Let's try something more recent. Vermeer, where you destroyed Saren's cloning facility. You had to leave one of your squad behind to die in the blast.
Gunnery Chief Ashley Williams was killed in action. It was your call. Why did you leave her behind?
I left a friend to die that day, and I didn't do it casually. But I had to save as many people as I could. Ash gave her life for the rest of the team. Without her, I couldn't have stopped Saren. She died a hero.
I understand, Commander, and I wasn't judging your decision. Everybody at Cerberus knows that cloning facility had to be destroyed.
Shepard, think back to the Citadel, after the Council died on the Destiny Ascension and you killed Saren. What happened next?
Anderson led a new council. Yep.
With the Council dead, humanity stepped into power. We formed a new council. I recommended Captain Anderson to lead it.
Yes, Captain Anderson is now Counselor Anderson. Though from what I hear, he preferred life in the military.
Still, good to know that the human council member isn't going to put politics ahead of defense.
Your memory seems solid. There are other tests we really should run.
Come on, Miranda. Enough with the quizzes. The memories are there, and I can vouch for Shepard's combat skills personally.
I suppose you're right. We'll have to hope the elusive man accepts our little field test as evidence enough.
So yeah, if when I first played Mass Effect 2 after having imported from Mass Effect 3, I always wondered why
The elusive man is waiting for you in the other room.
it asks you who you picked to lead the council when you already made that decision at the end of Mass Effect 1. Well, the reason for that is the final autosave for Mass Effect 1 that you import from actually occurs right after you kill Saren, Sovereign, whatever, and you make that choice on who leads the council after that. So when you import your save, it remembers, you're a colonist or you're a spacer or earthborn or whatever your background is, and it remembers who you chose to save on Vermeer, but the autosave doesn't know who you picked to lead the council. So if you wanted to retcon it and go back and say, oh well, maybe I'd rather have Udina as a counselor, if that was your choice, you can do that there and change the lore that gets imported in. But I always just stick with whatever choice I made in the first place. So I'm actually going to stop recording here, and when we come back, we're going to meet the elusive man. Thanks for watching.